Hello everyone, this is TheKloudWiz and you are welcome to the Awesome series. In today's video, we are going to look at the AWS free tier. Now, for those of you who are familiar with AWS, before this year, July, you realize that AWS had this 12 months free period thing, but now it has changed. But for the purpose of the AWS exams, I'm going to take you through the old free tier and then the new free tier so that whichever you are going to meet in the exams, you should be able to answer. So let's look at the old free tier, that is the legacy. So the old free tier gave you 12 months free, which was available to the old users before July 15th, 2025. So if you have your AWS account or you created an AWS account before July 15th, 2025, then you had access to the 12 months free. This free tier option offered 750 hours of EC2, T2 micro or T3 micro for regions without T2 micro, and it's lasted for 12 months. And it also had the free trials option. That means that you had short-term trial offers that begins at the very first time you start using it. The duration varied by service and standard rates applied after the trial period ends. There were also always free services. That means that this free tier doesn't expire and it also applies to specific services with ongoing free usage tiers. However, this was not available for the AWS Gulf Cloud regions, except for AWS Lambda, which had a free tier for your first 1 million requests. Now, I'll attach a hyperlink to the legacy free tier in the video description so that you can also look at it. And let's now look at the new free tier. So for anybody creating an account after July 15th, 2025. So obviously, if you are yet to create your first AWS account, which you have to follow this series, then you are going to benefit from this new free tier. Now, what it means is that as a new customer, you stand to get up to $200 in AWS credits. The first 100 credits will be given to you at sign up. It will be credited to your AWS account so that whatever you use, every cost that you incur is going to be deducted from the $100. You also have the opportunity to get $100 more in credits as you continue using AWS services. Now, however, the duration of this credit is now 6 months instead of the initial 12 months. So the new free tier lasts for 6 months. And you are not going to be charged unless you move to the paid plan. As far as your $100 is in your credits, then every charges that you incur is just going to be deducted from the $100 credit and not from your credit card. Now, it is important to note that you get to lose your credits if you create or join an AWS organization. And I'm not talking about the AWS as an organization, but there's an option in AWS that allow you to consolidate multiple AWS accounts, and one account known as the management account is charged for all usage from all the accounts. We are going to explore AWS organization in future videos, but basically that is it. So once you join one or you create one, then you are telling AWS that you now want to operate on enterprise level. So of course, you are a paying client. That is basically what it means. I'll also add a link to the new free tier so that you can read more about it. Now let's go into how to create your first AWS account. To make the work easy, we are going to use Nextwork. I'll add a link to this website, and Nextwork is your go-to platform for all AWS hands-on projects. So once you visit this website, it has step-by-step guidelines on how to create your first AWS account. It is indicated on the platform that it should take you just about 10 minutes to complete setting up your account, but I promise it's even less than that. Now, when you scroll down, there are two ways that you can follow the instructions. The one with some guidance. So most of the parts of the job will be left to you to complete. There will be some guide, but most of the job will be left to you. But if you are new to AWS, then I recommend you go with the step-by-step guidance. So with this, I'm going to choose the step-by-step guidance. So you click on step-by-step guidance, and this is where it starts. So you get started, you get to go to the AWS sign up page here, and it's going to take you to the website or the sign up page for you to create your account. So here you input your email, and then you input an account name, then you proceed, right? So you can follow the instructions here, And as you can see, it's just the same. It takes you to the page. You input your email and then your name here. Once done, just like that, you verify your email. So a verification code will be sent to your email for you to verify. Once you verify your email, you will be asked to create a password for your account. You are going to continue, and this is where you choose. So for you or a first timer, just choose the free plan. You can move ahead, and then here you have to input your contact information. From that, you have to input your billing information because, of course, in case you incur some costs at the end of the month, then they would want to confirm that you'll be able to pay, right? So you have to input your credit card information. And I recommend you use a virtual card for that. And if you are in Ghana, I will attach a link in the description that you can use to create a virtual card for yourself. Once you are done, then you can now confirm your identity either through a text message or a voice call. So you confirm the confirmation code that was sent to you here. And the next step is to choose a support plan. So you either choose the basic, developer, or business, right? So basic is free. Developer, you're going to be charged $29 per month. And then if you choose a business support, you're going to be charged $100 per month. So as a new user, you need to choose the basic support plan. Then once you are done, you just click on complete, and then voila, you are done creating your AWS account. So get your account ready, and I'm going to see you in the next video. The name is still TheKloudWiz.